All right, guys, now we're going to talk about deuce close and really the two tight end scheme that I use. So when I get inside the red zone, which I get in there very easily for the most part, I tend to struggle because passing is difficult. I don't really have any stretches in this playbook outside of the one in trio. So overall, it's typically pretty difficult to score in the red zone until I found this. Now, the wham and 0-1 trap are the perfect complement to each other, right? So I set both of them in my audibles. Bench and PA X post, technically you could run. I don't really pass out of this set. I pretty much come out and run. If I was going to do anything, I'd probably come out and stick for the red zone and do the two in route concept. So like I would do something like this right here. Just put two in routes on the field by X and A. And when you do that, pretty much they're going to have to pick and choose, and you just throw the low ball to whichever one they don't manually guard. That's a W's concept, and it's good. It's really good inside the 5-10 yard line because you can pretty much complete to both sides. Even with the computer right there, the low ball, they don't react to it, right? But let's talk about the run game, which is why we're here. So with the run game, the only good run plays in this formation that's in this book is wham and 0-1 trap. But as I mentioned, they do work perfect together because most people's wham D, so for wham, they would do something like this. They would stand right here, and they would shoot down and just tackle the running back. So it would look like this. Well, it's hard to do it with two controllers. Let's see. Crash down. Yeah, it would look pretty much like that. Trying it with a 60 speed linebacker is probably not the move, but click off there. That's wham D. But if you were to try to do the same thing against the 0-1 trap, which everybody that I face that has wham D does it this way. If they try to do the same thing, they're getting blocked. And they're going to get blocked every single time. So at that point, they're relying on block shed to stop the wham or the 0-1 trap, excuse me. And if they're doing that, you're going to be able to get yards. I mean, you may not get a ton of yards, but you're going to get, 3, 4, 5 yards a rip. And that's going to really piss people off with just those two plays. I mean, the wham and the 0-1 trap are the perfect complement to each other because of the way that you stop wham doesn't work against 0-1 trap. And even if you, here's my wham D when I run this type of book. I'll move the safety over because that way he would shoot in as well. And then I would use the linebacker, and just in case I got picked up, the safety should still hit him, right? Now, if you do this with 0-1 trap, if I shoot in, the safety's still shot down, but I still picked up a couple yards. I still picked up, 2 yards right there? And if you're needing, a yard, 2 yards inside the 5, that's pretty much, look, and at that time, safety took the wrong pursuit angle, running back cut it to the outside. That could be a touchdown. So that is what I do inside the 5-yard line. I don't like the pass. I don't think anybody can stop it that I've seen unless they run commit. Now, let's talk audibles, right? So inside the 5, you have Z-spot. So I would leave quick slants. I would take the play action play, PA shot post, and put Z-spot. And that would be about it, I believe, right? Yeah. Maybe the dive, if you wanted to have the dive or the power row. Deuce, I don't run. Wing. So for wing, you want to set your first audible to the 2-6 duo, And then you want the PA comebacks to be, where's that? So you got Z spot. And then if you want to really pass out of this, you can take the dive out. So like I would swap the dive out for the duo, and then I would put the PA misdirection. Like that would be my audibles for this. So we'll go over that here. We'll just come out random 3, 4, odd. So looks like it's a heavy man blitz. So 2-6 duo. This is not as good as stretch by any means, but you can kind of use the same type of blocking with it. It's a good run. I mean, you'll be able to pick up some decent yards with this, especially if they don't have defense for it. So, I mean, like I said, solid run, not as good as stretch. But passing-wise, so what people will do, you'll see a lot of stuff like this, where they man up that outside guy. Right? So they will do something like this, and once they do that, you're able to take advantage of the corner route. That's why Z-Spot is such a huge play. And the setup to Z-Spot is to drag the outside receiver. So you would audible to it. You would drag B. And then you could motion him if you want. You don't have to. But that's pretty much, like I said, that's what people are going to do. They will do some variation of this right here. Then they would take, hard flats. Most people would go hards. They wouldn't sit. But motion them in a couple clicks, boom, you're looking to hit that corner out. That's something that Drini, he doesn't use this play, I don't believe. I think he might use this play. I don't know. Drini uses this a lot, this concept, to mix in with his stretch. You also have tight end attack. With the tight end attack, you want to simply drag the outside left receiver. So you would drag the outside left receiver. And at this point, you're just looking to hit the high-low read. Drag, post, angled post. Now, that's it. I mean, nothing special, nothing spectacular about that. And then you got PA misdirection. So PA misdirection, you want to streak the A tight end. You want to drag RB, block the running back, and then you want to motion Hogan in a click. And you're looking to hit that route right there. Now, you can smart route that, and it will become much better. You can also, if you want, motion him all the way across and streak him. Now, if you do this to the wide side of the field, you're going to have that C route get open. That was man coverage, so obviously the C route didn't work. Man coverage popped it. So here we go. Do it one more time. You could also motion the running back out if you wanted to keep, say, this angled post. You could do something like this. Nah, that was a bit risky, but the C route works. It's the same C route that's in Z Spot and Go out of Gun Empty Bunch. So overall, a solid formation. You're pretty much banking on smart players over adjusting when running this, because they're going to see this. They're going to know about the stretch, thinking that we have it, and you're going to be able to hit some big plays with Z-Spot. Obviously, if they guard the corner, you throw the drag. If they don't guard the corner and they guard the drag, you got the in route over top. You got a bunch of different options with that play. And then, as I mentioned, PA misdirection. looking to pretty much attack that angled post. The C route is an option, although not the perfect one. So you can see C route's all right. I mean, it's not absolute money. It will work. Like in this case, if they have a hard flat and a cover 3, it will work for that. So, anyways, basically it out of this formation. Now wing slot. So wing slot, go ahead and get to that. A wing slot I like because it has off tackle. So you have off tackle, you have the halfback dive, and then the passing plays I don't really use. I don't really pass out of this set, but you can, if you want, you can use U drive check. I broke that down at the very beginning of the year. You can look back to New England. And that's basically it. I wouldn't recommend any other passing play out of this set. But anyways, you got the off tackle and the dive. Off tackle is a really good run. Say they're, pinching D-line. They're doing all this sorts of crazy stuff, right? You could motion B over. And you could treat this like a stretch, or better yet, like the strong close off tackle, which is just really, it's a really good run. We'll go ahead and do it again. So you can see you have many cutback lanes. Like the stretch, you're pretty much looking to go outside every time. Whereas with the off tackle, and you can run it to the opposite side as well, which is kind of nice. But with the off tackle, you're pretty much looking to go up the B gap or up the A gap. So you see like over pursue right there, you cut it right up. Some people have defense for these type of runs, and some people don't have a clue at how to stop them. Computer, obviously, their computer plays better run defense than 95% of people, right? So you can see very good run to use. And then you have the dive. So if people start overplaying, you have the dive right up the middle. So the time I would do the dive is if they did something like this, where they shift everybody to that side. You could then, in theory, run the dive back to the left side if they don't instantly shed. Passing plays, as I mentioned, I don't really pass out of this set. So yeah, if you find some passing plays, go for it. I like the off tackle a lot, like I said, because some people simply don't have a clue at how to stop it. Wing stack. So wing stack is probably the main passing play that I like to pass out of. Although, once again, I don't really pass too much from these two tight end sets. You have curl post drag, which is pretty much the main play I pass out of. You have smash drive. And you have Steelers drive. So go Steelers drive, smash drive. So those would be the audibles that I would set. Curl post drag, halfback dive, Steeler drive, smash drive. We'll start with curl post. So curl post is a great little play. I like to fade B and redrag A. And then pretty much you're looking at the high-low read. You're looking at the drag underneath. You're looking at the post over the top. Now, if your opponent, so say they come out in a cover 2, right? If they're in a Tampa 2 and you have good route running, the 91 route running, you can throw that route on the corner right there. So go ahead. So once again, drag underneath. The fade is simply just there to take zones deep. You could technically make that a streak if you want. But go, boom. It's a really glitchy little corner route. So again, boom. Now that time he played it much better, and then he PI'd me. But doesn't matter really what they're in. They're going to struggle to stop that corner route unless it is hard flats. So as long as you have 91 route running, that's definitely a route that you can go to, especially against cover 2. So cover 2 cloud flats, boom, completion. It looks kind of scary, but I'm telling you, you'll complete that 9 times out of 10. You can also low ball that. So boom, low ball, possession catch. It's just going to completely dumb out the corner. So you got the high-low read between A and X, and then you got the glitchy post route, or glitchy corner route. The dive, at this point, you guys have seen that my center stands no chance at gaining any yards on this dive. But, hey, there we go. So I just got to talk shit to my center in order to get him to block. But it's a dive for you. Now, Steelers, where are we at? Come on. Steeler drive. I actually like to drag A and block the running back. This is just going to give me a post, 2 drags, and an in route. So you can see, you can chuck the post, or the corner route, excuse me. You can chuck the corner out on the sideline. If they are in a cover 2, they're going to struggle to guard both drags. And you also have the in route. So you can see decent route combination there. Nothing glitchy, just a good route combo. And then smash drive. So with smash drive, I like to drag X, streak A, and then motion B to the right. And once again, here's the mesh post concept. So 2 drags underneath and the post route. As I mentioned, I have this in every scheme. I probably would not run a scheme that didn't have that. So that's it. That's all the passing plays out of that. Now, single back ace. I don't think I've talked about single back ace yet. One of the things I really like about single back ace is the zone weak. So zone weak's going to work just like the one out of trio, where, go ahead, audible back to it. It's like Gronk over here. He's very rarely going to get block shed instantly. As I say, he gets block shed. But very rarely will he get block shed right away, and it's going to leave a decent run lane for that run. Yeah. He's showing me that I'm true to my word, but you'll see it when you run it in game. It's not as good because obviously it's a tight end as opposed to a tackle, but he does a pretty good job. Outside of that, you got Z spot. So with the Z spot, one of the main setups that people use is they will drag the guy that's auto motioned, and then they will wheel route the running back, motion the running back to the outside. So they'll look just like that. And at that point, you're looking to low ball to the corner route. That's great in the red zone if people haven't seen it. You could also run it to the short side of the field like this. And at this point, you're trying to take advantage of the hard flats, or the cloud flats, right? So you're going to just motion this receiver in, hike the ball, and you're throwing to the running back, and you're just trying to pick up, 2, 3, 4 yards at that point. But the cloud flat won't bite down on it, which is what's kind of glitchy. So here we go. We'll go cover 3 with cloud flats, and you'll see that the corner dumbs out, basically. You're able to pick up a couple yards. So that's it for that. Got gun, wing, slot, offset. Now, this was a formation that I honestly kind of like and kind of forgot was in this playbook all at the same time. You have a really good running game out of this between the 0-1 trap and the inside zone. You have the PA double post, and you have the wheel post drag. So the PA double post, if I'm not, that's a cover 2 beater. We put it on the website. So you would do, I'm trying to remember what the exact setup was, but it was something like this right here, where you just dual drag, or you could even block him. And against a cover 2, this outside receiver should get behind everybody. Yeah. Had to aggressive catch that. I'll have to look that up. If you're on the site, I know that that is a setup, but it's something like this. If I'm not running for my life. But the main, as I mentioned, the main thing out of my 2 running back sets is I like to run the ball. 0-1 trap, inside zone. Inside zone. Jesus, this O-line sucks. You guys know how to run inside zone. 0-1 trap, you're legit just hiking the ball. Like, there's nothing special about the runs. One goes to the left, one goes directly up the middle. Very difficult to stop both. This wheels play, it's very similar to what I just talked about out of the wing stack. So, come on. Streak Y, you would smart route X and just hike the ball. You're going to glitch out the corner by throwing that right as he breaks. Hey, I threw it too soon right there. Glitched. Picked it off. But this formation has potential. I'll have to look a little bit more into it. Like I said, I pretty much forgot that it was in the book. But yeah, so that's it. That's it for the 2 running back scheme. Or 2 running back, Jesus. For the 2 tight end scheme, you're pretty much looking to run the ball. You have a couple passing plays to use, but I used this out of inside the 5-yard line, 5-10 yard line when I'm really trying to run the ball. This is the offense that I go to, just because you have pretty much every type of run that you could possibly want in your audibles. So yeah, that's it. One more time, and then we're gonna cut this video off. Boom. See if I can. No, got screamed at. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Pretty much sums up this Pittsburgh offense. I'm going to get to work here in maybe an hour or so on some defense for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy it.